Welcome to Midnight Story. Tonight, I want to invite you into a quieter world. A softer world. A world where time moves differently. And where the past whispers its secrets gently. Just softly enough for the heart to hear. This is the story of a pocket watch. One that ticked backward, and the woman who discovered that sometimes the things we're meant to find us first. Amelia Thornton worked at the Metropolitan Historical Society. A building made of stone and memory. Resting in the heart of New York City. While the city thundered with noise and ambition, the museum stayed peaceful, like a sanctuary for forgotten time. Amelia often stayed late, letting the soft ticking of antique clocks fill the quiet around her. There was something comforting about being surrounded by objects that had outlived whole generations. Something steady, something certain. One crisp winter evening, as Amelia sifted through it, a security guard approached her desk. He held a small brown paper package, tied with thin thread. "Miss Thornton," he said softly. "This was left for you. No return address." Amelia wasn't expecting anything. She turned the small parcel over in her hands, feeling the texture of the paper, the faint smell of cedar wood clinging to it. She carefully untied the thread, unfolded the paper, and inside lay a pocket watch. Old, elegant, beautifully worn, but unusual. When she lifted it closer to her ear, she realized the second hand was moving backward, ticking, softly, steadily, against the flow of time. She turned it over, and her breath caught. Engraved on the back were the initials. Her initials. And beneath them, a message. "For A.T. Find what we lost," she whispered into the quiet room. What did we lose? But of course, the watch didn't answer. At midnight, as the cold pressed softly against the museum windows, Amelia noticed something new. A faint glow shimmered on the back plate. Tiny numbers began to appear. Coordinates. Coordinates in Lower Manhattan. Amelia felt something stir inside her. Curiosity, yes, but something deeper too. Something like recognition without memory. The next morning, with the pocket watch warm in her coat pocket, she followed the coordinates to a narrow, cobblestone street, hidden between modern buildings. There, as if untouched by time, stood a small clock repair shop. Its sign read, H. Wainwright, Keeper of Time. The moment she stepped inside, the sound of dozens of clocks, ticking together, wrapped around her like a gentle blanket. An elderly man looked up from his workbench. His eyes widened, as he saw the watch in Amelia's hand. "So," he whispered, "you're the one it chose." Amelia asked if he recognized it. He nodded slowly, emotion softening his features. "My grandfather made that watch," he said. "Elijah Wainwright. He built it for a woman he dreamed of, but never met." A shiver passed through Amelia. How could he dream of someone he never knew? The old man gave a gentle smile. Elijah believed time wasn't straight. He believed moments could echo backward and forward. He said there was someone out there, someday, whose life would be tied to his. Someone he felt connected to. Without ever touching, he studied Amelia's face, with a kind of startled recognition. He drew her often, the man murmured. Sketched her in his journals. And she looked a great deal like you. Amelia left the shop in silence. The winter air cool against her cheeks. Her heart moving with a strange new rhythm. That night, the backward ticking of the watch lulled her gently as she drifted to sleep. In her dream, or perhaps in a memory that wasn't hers, she stood on a snowy street in 1883. Gas lamps glowed like warm stars. Snow fell in soft spirals. And a man walked quietly through the night. His coat dusted white, his eyes full of gentle determination. She knew him, Elijah, not from sight, but from the way her heart recognized him. He entered a workshop, lit a lamp, and whispered into the stillness, "For the one who will find me, even if time keeps us apart." Amelia woke with tears in her eyes. She didn't understand why, but she felt the ache of something half remembered, half dreamed, fully real. The following night, the watch revealed new coordinates. This time beneath the city, in an abandoned railway tunnel, sealed for decades. With permission from the museum, Amelia descended into the tunnel. The air was cool, carrying the scent of rust and old iron. Her lantern flickered across the stone walls, as she followed the backward ticking of the watch. At the end of the tunnel, hidden behind a crumbling brick wall, she found a wooden door. Inside was a small room, filled with journals, drawings, and neatly folded letters, all belonging to Elijah Wainwright. She opened the first journal and found detailed sketches of machines that wouldn't exist for another century. Notes about temporal echoes, thoughts about a future he believed someone would share with him, and page after page of one face, her face, drawn long before she was born. Amelia sat on the dusty floor, lantern light dancing across the words, and read Elijah's final letter. To the woman who carries my watch, I do not know your name, but I know your soul. Time showed me glimpses of you, your kindness, your quiet loneliness, your strength. I built this watch so that one day, our worlds might touch. Her heart trembled as she pressed the letter against her chest. It felt like a connection, reaching through the decades, soft but undeniable. For several nights, the watch continued to show her visions, moments from Elijah's life, and moments he had somehow seen from hers. And on the seventh night, the watch grew warm, glowing like a small captured star. Amelia sat by her window, while snow drifted softly outside, mirroring the winter from Elijah's world. Then the room blurred, and she found herself standing once again, on that snowy 1883rd Street. Only this time, Elijah saw her. He approached her slowly, a gentle smile touching his lips, a smile filled with recognition and quiet joy. I knew you'd find me, he said softly. Amelia felt tears warm her cheeks. I'm here, she whispered. Elijah looked at her, with deep affection, and deep sorrow. I can't stay, he murmured. My life ended the night I finished the watch. But I wanted you to know. You mattered to me. Across time, you mattered. She reached out for his hand. Her fingers passed through him. But she felt warmth, a warmth she would remember for the rest of her life. Thank you, she whispered, for finding me, before I ever existed. Elijah's figure faded, soft as the last touch of sunrise. Back in her room, the watch in her hand ticked slower and slower, until it stopped. It wasn't a tragic silence. It was peaceful, complete, like a story gently closing. The next morning, Amelia returned to the museum and placed the watch in a glass case, with a simple plaque, the Wainwright pocket watch, a love across time. But she kept Elijah's letter. Whenever loneliness visited her, she read his words, and felt the quiet reassurance of a connection that time could never erase. And as you rest now, as your breath softens, and your eyes grow heavier, let this story remind you, you are not alone in this world. You leave echoes, in hearts you haven't met yet. Your kindness moves through time, in ways you may never see. And somewhere, in some gentle corner of the future, you matter more than you know. Let sleep come peacefully now. Let the night hold you softly, the way time once held Amelia and Elijah. If you are new my channel, please subscribe and press bell icon, and may your dreams carry you to the places where your own story is quietly waiting. Good night.